This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at Hudson Theater for the world premiere of Going, Going, Gone.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Ken Levine. I was a TV writer, head writer of MASH, producer of Cheers, and worked on Frasier and The Simpsons and a lot of other stuff. And I was a Major League Baseball announcer for the Baltimore Orioles, Seattle Mariners, and San Diego Padres.
Great. So question, why did you decide to write this piece?
You know, I had the idea that I wanted to write something about our need to be remembered. And baseball seemed like such a perfect venue because baseball is a sport where its history is more important almost than its present. And having spent so many years in baseball and spending years in press boxes with these characters, I figured it was really kind of the perfect arena for me.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I really like the play.
Well, thank you so much.
Because first of all, with comedy, it's very hard to find good comedy in theater because there's so much competition in movies and in TV that they basically have all the talent, right? But this one was slightly different from stage comedy in the sense it was not comedy dell'arte. It wasn't physical clowning or anything like that. It was actually more skit comedy.
Well, it's character comedy. You know, it came out of the four characters and their different attitudes and the clash of, you know, points of view and that sort of thing. So, I mean, to me, that's the kind of comedy that's interesting. And, you know, there was, you know, the whole theme of our need to be remembered underneath it. So I didn't want it to be farcical, and I didn't want it to be a sitcom. I wanted to have, you know, a certain, you know, not sadness, but, you know, maybe just a certain, you know, gravity underneath all of the comedy. But at the end of the day, I want people to laugh a lot.
Once again, I thought it was very funny, and the audience agreed with you. It was actually very funny.
Well, thank you so much.
One last question. Some of my audience, they're interested in becoming better radio announcers, so what kind of advice can you give them?
You know, I would say go to small markets and see if you can get a job on the radio, weekend all nights somewhere. I mean, I started out in Bakersfield. I started out in my baseball minor league career in Syracuse. So that's, you know, just do it. Get on the air and do it. And the more you do it, the better you're going to become. Or have your own podcast. That's another way. Just have your own podcast. Skip all that.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm doing right now. And actually, it's not as easy as that sounds. You know?
I know it isn't.
Once again, I really love the play. Thank you very much for being on the show.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Hi, I'm David Babbage. First of all, I'm so glad that I got to work on this show here, Going, Going, Gone, at the Hudson Theater. I was born in Los Angeles, but grew up in Kansas, moved back to Southern California, then San Francisco, and back to LA. I've been acting for about 20 years. I'm also a singer and composer. So I do musicals as well as comedy and dramas on theater and also film and television. I also like to play Frisbee golf, most importantly. I played Dennis. Dennis is a really good guy who isn't in the best circumstance. He made some not great decisions that got him to this place. In an unhappy marriage, stressed out in his job, but at his heart he loves baseball. And he's doing the best that he possibly can this night when he's having to be the official scorer for the first time ever.
First of all, I loved you guys' performance. It's hard to find really good comedy in theater because television and movies just take so much talent away. But you guys were perfect. You were fantastic. It was hilarious.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thanks.
So basically, if my viewers decide to come by and see this show, what should they expect to see?
You're going to see something that on the surface is about baseball. You're gonna really have fun as if you're at the game. You're going to smell the field. You're going to see the cool plays, but you're also going to see a story of love, romance, and really about sort of some philosophical issues about death existential, and it's kind of an interesting blend of comedy and philosophy, but in a fairly raucous, fun, upbeat sort of way.
Yeah. Actually, you and I have met before, but my viewers haven't heard because I actually gave your last play a negative review. But actually, I interviewed you and a couple other people because I knew very well you guys were really talented. So I wanted to do that, even though I knew I wasn't going to air the piece. But the question behind this is, how much does it really matter of a good script? Because I knew these people were talented. I knew I would meet you again. That's why I interviewed you. But how much of it is a really good script that matters?
Well, in terms of whether I work on the project or whether or not it's going to be successful.
Well, it's more like, can you do anything if you're a great actor, if you're a funny comedian? If you gave a bad script to, say, Sir Laurence Olivier, Charlton Heston, Gregory Peck, they're all together, would they be able to do a good play even though it's a bad script?
That's a great question. You know, I think that talent will still shine. I mean, you're going to see something believable and convincing, possibly even inspiring. But what you're missing out is the story arc, and you're not moved on that deeper level. But I think you can still enjoy someone's performance. But part of you is also like, I'm not really, is it really worth my two and a half hours? I'm not sure.
Well, this was definitely a good script.
Yes, I agree.
And fantastic acting. So once again, I really enjoyed myself. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with...
I'm Troy Metcalf. I'm on a show called The Middle on ABC. Been on now for 7 seasons. Done various film, television, stage, both here in LA and in New York. I play Jim Tabler, Big Jim Tabler. He is a very, very lonely, slightly angry person, but at his core, he knows really who his friends are, and they actually mean a lot to him, even though he would probably never tell them.
I thought you were fantastic. You were just hilarious.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Basically, in this piece, not only was it funny, but it actually said something. It talked a lot about life, too. So it wasn't just a hilarious a comedy. It actually had spirit to it.
Absolutely. I think it talks a lot about how, people want to be remembered, how these characters in particular want to be remembered, and what legacy they think that they'll leave, and is that even important at the end of the day? Is it important to leave a legacy? What does that actually mean? So it explores some meaningful questions.
Yeah. Also, first of all, I'd like to compliment you on your comic timing. Fantastic. You being so skilled at it with television. I'm sure you get a lot more experience than that.
Thank you very much. It makes it really easy when Ken Levine is writing your words for you and Andy Barnacle is directing you, because that's right, giving me a line reading literally every time. So obviously with Ken's words, he is absolute master, and you just have to simply get out of your own way and say the words like Ken wrote them.
Yeah, once again, fantastic. I thought it was hilarious, and I thought you guys actually had meaning behind it, because you actually played a very touching character. So once again, I really loved your performance. Thank you once again for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine. I'm here with
Annie Abrams. I was born and raised in Los Angeles, and done a lot of professional theater in the LA area and in Southern California, and I also do TV, and I guess that's about it. I've loved being part of this production. It's been so fun, and I love the cast members and the writing. So it's been a lot of fun. I played Shayna Sanders. I really love Shayna because she has a lot of different sides to her. She's very smart and strong, but she's also sort of fun and sexy and knows how to use her womanly ways. And she can be one of the guys when she has to be. And it's been a lot of fun to play her with the 3 other gentlemen in the cast.
I really liked your performance. First of all, I thought it was very funny, and in theater, because television and movies, there's so much competition in comedy. They have all the talent because they pay so much. So it's really hard to find really, really good comedy in theater. But this was fantastic comedy.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That means a lot. Yeah, we worked really hard, and we had a wonderful director, Andy Barnacle, and yeah, it's just been a great performance. And thank you for your kind words.
If some of my viewers decide to come by and see the show, what should they expect to see?
Well, it's a show that I think it plays to people's hearts more than they expect it will. You know, it takes place in a baseball stadium, but it's a lot about people's relationships and what their dreams are and what they leave with the world. And sorry. And but it's also hilarious, and the writing is amazing. So I think it's a really entertaining night.
Once again, I really liked it. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was one of the funniest things I've seen in a long time. Thank you once again for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Dennis Pearson. Born and raised in Long Beach, California. Studied acting at South Coast Repertory. Lived in Los Angeles my entire life, so I really love it out here. And just honored to really be part of this production with Ken Levine and Andy. They're all awesome. I played Mason Young. Mason is he's a very witty guy, much wittier than me actually, has a lot of quick one-liners, and he has a joke for any given instant. Shops at the Nordstrom rack. He's really just trying to fight to keep his job in this market where, in an era where the newspaper industry is going down, he's competing with online and all these other factors, and just trying to really do his job so that he doesn't become another victim of unemployment.
Yeah, that's actually a very interesting topic, because obviously I'm involved in it because I'm in the media and all that.
Yeah.
So thank you for actually covering that.
No worries. I'm glad we can cover you, man. And no, it definitely is an issue, but that's what's going through, and that's his turmoil throughout the play. Is he's just trying to get this team. If this game can maybe make it to the playoffs, maybe he can keep his job for like a couple more days, you know. And ultimately, what happens in the play, I don't know if I can give too much away, but yeah, he ends up not cutting out. Yeah.
So actually, just a question I have, because I'm curious about that. What kind of research you do? Do you actually talk to the people in the media about what they do?
You know what? I didn't talk to a lot of people in the media. I did a lot of studying of baseball announcers, because I'm a big announcer scene with the so just to get the cadence and how they speak. I actually grew up watching football and basketball, so baseball in general, I've done a lot of studying in terms of the game, calling plays, understanding what each thing means, and that's been the big research for that. And then I have cousins that are journalists and also, you know, write and stuff, so I got tips and pointers from them as well. So it was kind of a cornucopia of things that kind of helped me shape Mason. Yeah.
Question: if some of my viewers decide to come by and see this show, what should they expect to see?
Just pure comedy. The great thing about Ken's writing is you never know what to expect. You never know what's going to come next, and it does a great job of keeping the audience on their feet. You know, keeping them on their toes, making sure they don't see the next joke coming. You think the play is heading in one direction, and it just completely U-turns, or it completely 360s and goes a different way. So it's beautiful in that aspect.
Once again, I really enjoyed myself. I thought it was hilarious. I was laughing all the way. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you once again for being on the show.
Thank you so much, buddy. Pleasure to interview with you.
Going, Going, Gone will be playing at Hudson Theater from October 1st to November 6th. For more information, go to www.plays411.com/gone.